Hey there, TigerShark here again with Okano. For this week I played the demo for a game called Tauronos. Tauronos? I don't know how to say it. This one was made by the same people who made Chromosome Evil. This one is different. In the demo you play as a guy trapped in a labyrinth running from a minotaur. You only have a torch, but you can get upgrades along the way that improve your stats. It seems like you can't ever fight the minotaur, even though the game image on Steam shows your character holding a sword. None of the screenshots show this, anyway. It seems the gameplay is basically run away from the Minotaur and avoid traps. I don't really know what else to say, that was basically the whole demo experience. I'm for sure not the target audience for this type of game. I don't really enjoy the invincible boss enemy that chases you around forever thing that a lot of horror games do. Which is ironic, I suppose, considering I love the Resident Evil 2 remake. Well, anyway, I can still give it a fair review. The dark corridors have a sense of claustrophobia. You can't really see beyond your torchlight. The roar of the Minotaur can be heard every now and then, which really reminds you to keep moving. The music sufficiently keeps you on edge as well. Everything you interact with takes a little bit of time, so you really have to be aware of how close the Minotaur is when you try to get upgrades or move rubble. You really can't just run blindly through the pathways either. There are swinging traps and spike traps and others you can run into. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you can find a safe pathway through. I think this part was nicely done without being too obvious or too obscure. And I liked the voice acting. The only real complaint I have is the painfully slow stamina regen. I don't know if game devs in general have ever tried running in real life, but if you're not like super out of shape, you can generally at least jog for quite a while before gasping for breath. Particularly when you're terrified and full of adrenaline. I know they have to do something to make it more tense, but come on. Anyway, I'm not here to rant about that. I think this game is pretty solid, but I most likely won't buy the full version because I can't handle the stress of the constant chase. Yes, I did download the X No More mod for Resident Evil 2, no shame. At least I played through fairly once before I installed it. Although if the dodge button from the 3 remake was in the game, I probably wouldn't have felt the need. Sorry, I really could make a whole video dedicated solely to the dodge button. On an unrelated note, I just got a new idea for a video. So anyway, that's all for this one, and as always I hope you have a spectacular day. I have other channels and projects that I would love for you to check out. I have a second channel called Drawing with TigerShark where I have a variety of drawing content. I have an EP on Spotify called 5,555 Miles as my one-man band called Power Mouse. And finally, I have a clothing brand called Studio Duck Apparel featuring original artwork that I create myself. The links to these things will all be in the description.